Swear when it matters. We ain't got time for bullshit, got time for your manners. We wanna see war, man, with their pen out here just causing damage. Swear when it matters. They swear when it matters. We ain't got time for bullshit, ain't got time for your manners. We wanna see war, man, with their pen out here just causing damage. They swear when it matters. What it matters, what it matters. See, I'm back up on my graph now. Take it door, I'm back out. See, my money came an issue. So we seated up a grass house. Now I'm cleaning on my rack count. If it's needed, put the cash down. Catch a chopper to the face. Let's see the beneath your mask now. We all about it, so I'm around me, still ain't gonna back down. Used to call you bro, till you morphed into that rat house. Now morgues, we never dap now. The sword will get you clapped down. Get your mom up on the rock and tell the bitch to lay the smack down. Your family's full of muppets, I ain't handy, but I'll cut him. You see, dad's an old shooter, like he handy with a musket. So we roll up on your street and have you clapped out with a rusty. I ain't moving with a mask, I'll just snatch him in a hoodie. I'm a bastard, but they love me. He ain't scared, let the thing go.
I'm here at the winning match tournament for Premier Battles, and I'm about to smoke every single person who gets put in front of me all the way to the final. I'm just ready for whichever person gets put in front of me. I'm taking heads off straight away. I've watched Gas Buff for a while. He's a good battler. Like, there's no lying, he's a problem for a lot of people, but when it comes down to a tournament like this, nobody's a problem for me. To be fair, man, like, everybody didn't turn up in first round, didn't turn up in second round. Quicksilver battle didn't go how I wanted it to. But we're here. I'm going all the way anyway. Damn hyped, let's fucking go. I'm here to smoke Briggs' little tiny boots off. I'm only here to win this tournament.
So my name's Burke. I'm from Galway City in the west of Ireland, and my style would kind of be a little hybrid between jokes and bars. I like to mix them in both, and a little bit theatrical at times. But yeah. I think I bring something different. I think I've been working on my stage presence, my performance, things like that. I think I have concepts, and like, I think in the group stage I'll bring a nice variant of all of those things, and you'll understand why. Just bring it on. I'm looking forward to it. I just want to battle, you know what I mean? I feel like I've been waiting for a while now to get back in the pit, and I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I entered the tournament because I want to be active, and also I want to be a part of different productions. I've done a lot of events where there's just a camera slapped in the middle of the room, and it just doesn't, you know, I like the kind of energy of a full production, and I think battle rap can be really exciting and interesting when it's done like that. I thought that I was supposed to battle Grazza originally, then they told me it was Bobby Rex, then they told me it was Tongue Twister, and there wasn't a single time I thought I couldn't win the battle. You know, if I think I can beat Bobby Rex, then I think I can pretty much win the whole tournament. And I think it's been good. I was in a really tough group, and then my last 16 was supposed to be against Spirit. He didn't show up, so that was pretty handy. And yeah, it's been a good all round. The group stage is by far the toughest, and it's a little bit easier now because it's just win or lose kind of thing. I was more unsure about whether I'd get out of the group stages because I had Caveman and Frost and Mr. Tongue Twister originally, so I was more unsure about that. But I topped the group. I topped the toughest group by far, so I think that I'm, doing pretty well for myself.
T, aggressive punchlines, Coventry. Every Dub T battle is cinema. Every Dub T battle has a talking point. So you're never going to be not entertained by a Dub T battle. Because I feel like, you know, given the experience I get in the tournament, I think I could be one of the best in the country. So I'm here to win the money really and to progress. I don't believe in this format that any of them have anything for me. I think with the style I've got, with the punchy style, and I don't need much setup. I think I outclass all of them, to be honest. I believe I'm going to win. And I believe I'm going to do it in very impressive fashion. I feel like I've made the necessary adjustments, and I'm going to be much better in the next round of this. So yeah, I feel confident going into this one. I feel like since that battle, I have gone on to do more than him, and I think I'm seen in a better light than him. So I don't think too much of the first battle. We're both completely different battlers from then to now. So I haven't watched the battle back, for instance, to see how he is, because it just isn't a good reflection of what we're both like now. So I'm really confident. I think I'm a far superior battler to him, and that's just what it is. He's a good friend of mine, but I feel like I'm better than him.
It's been patchy. I think I've had good moments. I've had some pretty shit moments as well. Yeah, I just want to get this done, I want to get through to the next round and just do my thing. I'm just sick of battling people I don't want to battle, so it's one of them. Saying, oh, the tournament's built for Dub T, but yeah, I've been the name for all of these guys. I've not had one battle where I've been the one who couldn't have had the battle before the tournament. So who's the tournament for then? It ain't for me, is it? It's for the Kick Nellies and the Red Wolves of the world. But I'm still going to take the money in the belt, and yeah, that's it.
I'm Pagan. I'm from Glasgow via Ireland, if you can't tell by the accent. Yeah, and I battle on Premier Battles.
We ain't got time for bullshit, ain't got time for your manners.
I entered the Where Winning Matters tournament because I want to win it, and 3k is a nice amount of money to come out for my troubles, and I feel like I can win it. People should tune in and watch my battle because I'm entertaining. Anyone who runs into me in the tournament, best of luck to you, man. You're going to have to bring your A game, basically, because I'm looking at everyone, and I'm willing to take names. I'm looking forward to it. Clean performance, very happy. I think I took the right approach by not fully jumping down her throat and kind of playing about with it a bit with the angle in the second. Kept it versatile, I think that. I feel like I took it, but you never know. Hey, Pagan, out of Glasgow, battling on Premier Battles, Where Winning Matters tournament. I think so. I think I got through. I'm pretty confident in that. Good. There's a lot of names that could be a threat, to be honest. We're in that stage of the tournament now where everyone is known to be taken seriously. Mind yourselves going forward, lads. I'm taking heads. That's about it. And yeah, look after each other. Be good. Today I am battling Enigma the Prophet. Well, today I'm taking the shite at Enigma the Prophet. Anyone can be a threat, apart from Enigma. Anyone can be a threat. I think Dub T has a chip on his shoulder and a point to prove because he's not had the best tournament so far, but he is very good. Yeah, that belt's going to look good on me, and so the second one when I get my title shot.
Boom. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the Smokehouse. Crazy event. We're going to get right into it. I don't want to waste any time. I've got a couple people backstage already. If you guys are ready backstage, turn your cams on so I can see that. But I can see somebody's ready, and that is the guy, Gasper. What's up, man?
Oh, I was like, the guy. It could be anyone. Good to know it's me. Excellent.
It's cool. You, man. It's you.
How are we doing, man? You good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you after the event?
Thrilled, mate. Genuinely thrilled a bit. Like, no, I'm speaking in every regard. Like, as a fan of battle rap, as a battler, as staff, like everything was great on Saturday. I loved it. Absolutely loved it.
No, definitely. Like everything is gone the way that it was supposed to. Dojo, have I not sent you the link? Sorry, I've just seen this. I swear I sent it to you. Hang on a second. Yeah, I've sent it to you on Twitter. I definitely have. I've told you I'll go live at 8:30 and everything as well. Get your ass in here, man. But yeah, that's one thing that I noticed the event. It like the running of the event, even like everyone was there, everyone's on that like on time and that. It was just everything seemed to be smooth, and like I think that's down to that everyone was just proper hungry for it. The fans were like, I mean, Beyond and ABBA were so lucky to get that crowd there at that point, because normally kind of first battles, you know, you might have half the people that are going to be there, but I would say there was a good like 75% of the people were there ready to react to what they had to say, and it was good, man. It was really good to be back with everybody. Obviously, chatting to people like yourselves and stuff just before everyone went in was awesome. I love those little moments that I get to have, and you know, it's just sick how accessible it is for everybody. Don't you think?
Yeah, like we did have a little bit of trouble with the venue, as people know. Like we got moved there last minute, and then we didn't get in the venue until a lot later than we wanted to be. And you know, we know what it's like when people always assume that, you know, battle rap events, they don't start for an hour, so people always turn up to an hour. But when it was like a quarter of an hour to doors, and it's like us, you, and Georgie Roots were like, oh God, were people actually coming? But when they did come, they came in for pause.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it was great, man. It's like you say, like I feel like the whole FOMO tactics that we've been using has very much paid off. People were just so eager to be back. We've said this before on our socials. It was so cool to see not just fans, but we had new people that had never come to an event. We had a guy that had never been to an event and brought his dad to his first.
I was going to say there was a father and son there, weren't there?
Like we had just battlers, and top names. You know, some that hadn't been to events for ages. It was great to see Roots again. It was great to see like Frankie, Tony, Jem, people that just turned up to support this thing. And it's like you say, man, people just wanted to react, and it just made every battle electric.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Obviously, we'll go through all of the battles. We'll get a couple more people on that I can see backstage. So we got Young Beyond himself. What's up, man? We'll go through all the battles.
Oh shit!
You need to turn the video off because I can hear myself like that. What's up, man? Can you hear me now?
I don't realize I'm good. You guys all right?
Yeah, all good, man. All good. How are you feeling after the event?
I feel great. It was a great time. I'm happy I wrapped and opened the card. It's just a great time overall, meeting people. So I met like Tony D before I didn't meet. Obviously, seeing people I knew again, Gas Buff, meeting you obviously for the first time. You know, it was a great event overall. Obviously.
Nah, definitely, man, definitely. And we've got someone else backstage as well. This is actually so when I started to do this, right, and I was doing it with Tom, it was all about a fan's perspective and stuff like that. And I've been trying to get someone who's just a fan to come on, and finally somebody's jumped up for the to come on and do that, and that is Ross. How you doing, buddy?
Yo, can you hear me all right?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear, man. How are you?
Oh mate, I am gassed to be a battle rap fan once again. It is so good to be back.
Definitely, man, definitely. And obviously you was at the event, so we'll start going through it in a second. Can I just ask everybody in the chat, everybody there, like, can you all share the stream? I've put a tweet out, so if everyone can retweet that, let's just try and get as many people in here as possible. I was speaking to Trubs. I don't think there's going to be many other recaps and stuff, so hopefully this one gets quite a lot of traction. And we have another person backstage as well, is Dojo. How you doing, buddy? I did send you the link. I did. Yeah, we are going to have a few people coming through as well. So if there's any point that anyone needs to duck out or anything, because I don't pay for, you can see, I don't pay for StreamYard yet. I am this close. Dojo, me and you were talking about it. I'm this close to just paying for it because
it's too expensive.
It is. I kind of need to find someone else that wants to use it as well, and we'll go halves or something. Do you know what I mean? That would make it worth it.
Just find a corporate company and just be like, yeah.
Yeah, let me just jump on this. But yeah, so if anyone needs to duck out so others can come in and things like that, we'll just sort out as we go through. But yeah, Dojo, seeing as you've just joined us, how do you feel about the event?
Oh, I'm chuffed, man. It was such a great event. Like every battle hit, like, and just like the energy as well, like perfect energy throughout. Like even if bits were too jumpy, that's not a bad problem at all. Like that the crowd is like that, people that jump in, like yeah, great.
Man. Yeah, I was going mad for it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think I reacted more in that event than I've reacted in any other event.
Normally, I go a bit withdrawn. Yeah, much rather that than no reactions. Do you know what I mean?
There we go, man. There we go. Trump's. Yeah, that's true. That is true. There are other options out there. I need to look into it. And see what other options, because I've been trying to sort out OBS, but. No, it's just.
I'm not sure that works, Ross, because if it did, I'd go to the gym. But
yeah, but when you're overpaying for something, I think it's a little bit more than. Although gyms are quite expensive.
Again, I'll go to the gym.
Yeah, let's face it. All right, let's start going through some of the battles. So we get to the event. First battle up is Young Beyond over there, and versus the Abbott. Now, I hadn't seen much of the Abbott, but he did surprise me. He impressed me. I definitely will be getting in touch with him in terms of, going back through his back catalogue and stuff on, is it word of mouth?
Yeah, word of mouth primarily.
Yeah, so I'll definitely be going and have a little look at that. But opinions, guys, we can give Beyond his flowers. I think he definitely stepped up for this one. But yeah, Gas, what did you think of this one?
So I loved this battle, honestly. I thought it was a really good opener. And it's like you were saying earlier, Danny, it's one of those weird things where if you are the opening battle, sometimes not everyone's there. Sometimes the reaction is a little bit tepid. And I found it earlier in my career, like, you watch my Shanks battle, like compare that to the crowd later in the day. It's like 3 times the size and 5 times as loud. So sometimes it can be a bit of a death spot, especially if you are like a new guy, where you've not only got to like get them to react and warm them up, but you've got to let them know who you are. It is kind of a privilege you get once you're a bit more established, that people will see your name on the card and they know what to expect. So they're more ready to react. But I thought both of those guys did great. It was almost like a weird styles clash. It was like classic Don't Flop versus I Battle in a way, like where both of you guys like have your influences on your sleeve. And it was great because everyone was doing really well written, well targeted rounds that were very clearly about the other person. It was all well structured, no stumbles, no delivery, no problems. And especially for yourself, Beyond, but like seeing, you having quite a ropey start in the tournament then having the battle against Pagan, and then like the difference was night and day. Like you looked so much more comfortable. Like the jump was incredible. So I loved it. I thought it was a great opener.
Definitely. Before I ask the next person, we do have one more person backstage. I'm going to bring them on as well. Had a stellar performance, crazy performance that I don't think people were really expecting the level that he brought. We all knew he had it, but whether he could bring it was another question. And that was Hamill, man.
Hamill.
Oh, he's a bit choppy.
Are you at Hamill?
He did bring the performance to the stream, though. You good, Hamill? We'll try that again in a second.
Yeah.
He was better than that on Saturday.
Yeah, definitely better than that on Saturday. Ross, what did you think of the first battle?
So I'll be honest, right? Coming into this event, this battle was the one I was kind of sleeping on. I didn't know anything of the Abbot. I'd seen a couple from Beyond going through the tournament, but I didn't know much about you either. So when you walk into the event and the battle you're sleeping on is the one that kicks off the show in the way it did, I was over the moon. We were off to a fucking stellar start. That the recycling flip sent me. As soon as I heard that, I knew we were in for a good time. Battle overall was stellar. Beyond, you specifically really impressed me. I'm going to be following your stuff from now on.
Much love, man.
I feel kind of out of place talking as a fan here. I can't go into as much detail as you guys probably can. But yeah, this battle to start the event set the tone beautifully. You both did an impeccable job.
Thank you, man.
No, not out of place at all, man. It's just
I was just about to say that, because if you're out of place, me doing this stream is.
we're
I think if anything, we've got more of a right to be saying these things. We're the ones that are paying the money to go and be entertained by you.
Yeah, facts.
Take
your shit, man.
Definitely. Hammer, we will come to you, but Dojo, what did you make of the first battle?
Yeah, man, really, really good first battle of the day. And like, to be candid, I was worried because first battles are tricky, especially to start off the event, and then vibes wise, I didn't want to go first. And the guys really stepped up. Like, I really liked the Abbott stuff. Like we're saying, very Don't Flop, but like he had a lot of really like good punches that aren't of that era as well. Like the whole it's used to be called Beyond the Axis. I told him line him up, like perfect, and he got into some very good pockets as well. And like the others were saying, man, like Beyond really stepped into his own in this battle. It's the best Beyond performance I've seen. Very clean stuff, very quality punches. Like the fucking GMO lines were insane. And the sun double, perfect stuff. Like really good first battle of the day.
Definitely, man, definitely. So Beyond, you've got all your flowers from us lot. I want to hear from you about how you felt the battle went and kind of how it got set up as well. I'm always interested in that. Was it just simply, this is who we've got for you, you went for it, or did you ask for the Abbott, or how did it kind of come about?
It was kind of like after the tournament, I was happy with what I displayed, but I wasn't fully content with what I did in the tournament, because I know I could have done more. Like against Pagan, obviously, there's problems that are like so evident during the battles, and it's just something I really wanted to polish. So this kind of getting on this card was kind of like, I just want someone. I want to battle. I want to battle in front of a crowd. I want fans to see me rather than being in a room of just battlers. I want to be in a crowd again. That's kind of what it started as. so the Abbott wasn't like someone I went for, but it's a name I got given, and that's okay. I'm sure I'm sure it's probably the same for the Abbott, but the goal there probably wasn't to beat the Abbott. It was to win the fans over and win, basically everyone over. It was a good performance. That's what I really wanted to do, and I think that really showed in how I prepped for it, because I was just trying to I wasn't pulling any punches really. I was trying to write the best I could, but I think I could even go crazier. But it was great. It was a great experience. Being the first battle is nerve wracking, because you don't know how the crowd sounds tonight. You're the one who's going to have to set the tone, and if it doesn't go well, then you're the first battle, and that's kind of it for you. So if you don't get your flowers, then you've kind of not made too much impact. And I'm glad we did make a bit of impact going into the night. So
no, definitely, man. I think in terms of you showing your progression, because also what I noticed with you as well, in the tournament, I don't know whether it's because it's a tournament and it was just different vibes, but you didn't seem as aggressive as you did going against the Abbott. I felt there was a few moments, you was really you were spitting at him. Do you know what I mean? In his face and really leaning into that kind of bit. And yeah, I really like that. I really like that side of you. I think you should lean on that a little bit more as well.
100%,
Hamill, are you with us now?
Yo, can you see me okay?
Yeah,
we got
Jesus
you, we got you.
Christ. Turns out I just needed to get the StreamYard app. Who would have knew?
Is there an app? Didn't even know that.
Yeah, it works a lot better on the app, man.
Okay.
Can I just add as well before I say
Yes, I was just about to say, the first battle, what do you think?
Honestly, thought Beyond was brilliant. I've been speaking to him a lot over the past few weeks, and he's told me the things he's been working on and how he's trying to apply it. And I think it was really just about him turning up on the day and really putting it into motion. And I think he was brilliant. So yeah, big up Beyond, man. Did really well on the weekend. Yeah, man, you were great.
Hamill's been the greatest. I want to say that as well. Going up to this Abbott battle, we've been sparring, we've been calling. And he's just been amazing at guiding me during this round. Honestly,
can see the improvement, man. Genuinely see the improvement in different areas. Yeah, you were great on the weekend. I also think every battle was great, man. I'm sure you're going to get into it, but
we're going to go through each battle definitely because they were all crazy. Something I want to ask, just because it got brought up then. How many so I'll go through the battlers. How many people do you run rounds by? And is there certain people you run rounds by more than others? But who is it a scoop situation when he battled Bobby and everyone in the venue had heard his bars before the event and that, or what? Hamill, how many people would you say on average every battle if you went 3 bars with?
It's difficult because for me it changes, and some people I wouldn't necessarily say I spar with, but Bizzo, for example, I will just constantly ask him questions. It's not always about my material, granted, but sometimes it is, for example. And there I wouldn't say I'm sparring, but I am almost running ideas past someone. But I would say 2 of the main people, mate, are in the chat, to be honest. 2 people I look to for advice on this sort of thing, more often than not, would be Dojo and Gaspuff, for sure. They're 2 of the main people I definitely run my stuff by. Definitely Joe. I think Joe's had every round for every opponent since me and Joe battled.
I've heard every thought process.
yeah, sorry, mate.
That's right.
Yeah, but I would say definitely them 2. I think when I'm looking for, say, if I'm maybe battling at a different styled opponent, someone who maybe jokes a lot more, I draw a lot of inspiration from a Kingsley Thunder. But Kingsley can do it all. Kingsley's great at everything. So I would say definitely Kingsley as well. I would say they're the main 3, to be fair. Dub T as well. Dub. I would say them 3 or 4, yeah. I would say are my main kind of couple.
Yeah, and Dojo, you got a bit of praise then, so we'll go to you. Who are your people that you kind of run rounds with? Obviously, I'm guessing Quicksilver is the main, right?
Quick. These 2 here. Gas has heard a lot of my stuff. Hamill's heard a lot of my stuff. I run a lot of my stuff with Sean. I'd run stuff with Sean all the time, but also just from there's people I spar with from certain perspectives, in terms of getting a room, Sean, in terms of reaction, Sean, in terms of breakdown, analytical, he gives me the breakdown analytical stuff as well, don't get me wrong, but when I want feedback on things Gast, but also Homeschool is great for feedback. He will give you proper breakdowns of stuff. Biz, pretty much all them names there. And yeah, like I said, Hamill as well. Like, yeah, I try and keep it a bit of a circle.
Yeah, no, definitely. And Gas, over to you. Same question.
Yeah, a lot of the same people. Like Sean's really good at pointing out like where you can trim the fat on bars, like especially because he's the master of punchlines, so he knows like that's really good. Get rid of the shit after it because that will land, and you don't want to complicate it or drag the crowd back in. It's been really nice just kind of sending bars back and forth to but there's certain people that I'll be like, I don't know if this is good, and like I need like just some smoke blowing up my ass for confidence, and there's some people where I'm like, tear this to pieces because I want it to be great. It just depends on my mood, honestly, more than anything.
Okay.
But
this motherfucker had the nerve to message me about his rounds before the battle, being like, I was like almost taunting me, and I was like, "Can you?"
The thing was, it's like they weren't like when I was writing. I mean, we'll get into this in the battle, but like when I was writing them, I was like, "Oh god, especially like because I'm still in like a post-tournament funk, low key. Like I'm still looking at it like, right, am I still in this mode where I'm still just trying to write to win judges or whatever, or am I back to having fun? And if I'm back to having fun, is it self-indulgent to the point the Rome won't give a shit? But no, I'm pleased with it overall.
No, good. And beyond, I just wanted to highlight this comment that just got put up. So you had two battles that day.
Basically, I still just like battle on Discord for fun because I've still got friends there. You know, people who I've rapped with over in America because they're mostly American. Obviously, I can't rap with them here, so we just throw fun cards on Discord. It's great for I don't know, just getting the pen working, I guess, against someone who's not a big opponent. Everyone's just having fun. It's not live, but I did, yeah, and I did it, and I loved it. Yeah. Anyway.
I'm going to need an invite to that Discord server.
Yeah. Anyway, we're talking about sparring still.
Yeah. So who would you kind of go to?
When I got into like this here, I would say not enough people now. It's mostly because I don't. Because I'm not, I'm still kind of new. I don't want to inconvenience too many people, but there are loads of people I'd like to ask, such as people in this cooling, Gas and Dojo. Hamill's been great there.
Brother,
the thing you'll learn really quickly.
Go on, Gas.
Sorry, I was like, the thing you'll learn like really quickly as a new guy is there's nothing more that veterans like than someone that's committed, that wants to stick around and wants to get better. Like you could send your rounds to like Bizzo, even like Briggs and Trubs, like tomorrow if you wanted, and
yeah.
They'll be honest because ultimately everyone wants everyone else to be better.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I definitely should. So I kind of like close myself off sometimes, especially for the tournament. For Pagan, I didn't really sparse my stuff by many people. For Dojo, Hamill's been the greatest help. That's probably the main one. It's a couple guys from Discord as well. I just spar with because we'd be writing rounds. But yeah, so in this scene, there's not enough people, but you know. If people are open to it, I'll hit them up. I definitely should. Yeah. Well, one person I have been talking to is Homeschool, which Hamill recommended me to DM, and he's a lovely guy, and he does give great breakdowns. He is great. When you send him material, he'll really listen to it. He'll really give you a great breakdown. But yeah, I should definitely spar more. That's kind of the thing I'd say here. Spar not too many people, but just a couple more people, so I can just get as many eyes as I can without ruining it.
It's just good to get different perspectives as well because, like I said, I was highlighting different people. You're going to get different things from, say, a Sean to a Homeschool to a Gas to, people overseas. Like,
what Gas was saying as well, like, don't feel bad about nagging people. You know, like, that's the worst attitude to have. Like, at the end of the day, people will give you help. Bobby Rex was sending me voice notes yesterday. Really constructive, great feedback, giving examples, and it's like it's helping me improve my game. And it's like never be afraid to like just ask people. I was probably harassing Gaspov the first 3 months I was in battle rap, but like it paid off dividends, mate. Just in terms of slowing down at times, control, exercising your pen a little bit. And see, like, playing the battles, but as much as I hate Briggsy for writing that because he's a little orange circle, he's spot on though. He is though, any little Satsuma, but he's spot on though because like Bizzo, I literally said to Bizzo the other day, I'm sorry if I'm doing your head in here, lad. Like I have you to thank for a lot of it, and he's like, no mate, like don't be ridiculous. Like whenever you need the help, and so I'll fucking nag people then. If they're giving me the green light, I will nag them because it's like it's helping me. So just have the same mindset, like, because it's only gonna help you, and they don't mind giving you it. Joe gives great feedback and advice, and he will be honest with you. So
thank you. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna annoy everyone in this call now.
What I will say with sparring though is send stuff in advance, not like the week of the battle,
a
few days before the battle, because that's when people spar when they just want to hear fire, fire, fire. I'm sorry, I want to give feedback. I don't want to just hear same vice versa. I wouldn't want to just hear, oh, that's fire, oh, that's good, that's bad. Like you get what I'm saying.
Before we go on to the next battle, there is another person backstage, but I'm pretty sure I can only have 5 on. So we're going to see if I can bring them on. It is Orion. Yeah, it's not letting me. Orion, give me 5 minutes, and then I'll kick one of these lot out, and we'll get you on as well. All right, just give me like 5 minutes. Just sit tight. So yeah, all right. So let's go through the next battle, which was a crazy back and forth, like real crazy back and forth between the two guys in the middle here. We got Gas Buff versus Dojo. Ross, what did you make of this battle, man?
I was buzzing to see this battle coming in because I've been following Gas for a couple years now, but obviously with events being down, I haven't had a chance to see him live. So this was my first Gas Buff battle in the room, and my God, I was gassed for it. The constant back and forth between the two was awesome. I didn't know as much of Dojo as I did Gas, but the way it was level the whole way through, I can't quite decide who won it because there were so many different elements from both sides that were just fucking brilliant. The comedy from Gas Buff was amazing. The writing itself from Dojo was stellar. So yeah, Gas Buff was a pleasure to see live finally, and Dojo's got a new fan out of me. This battle was fucking awesome.
Thank you, bro.
There we go, man. There we go. I think that was one thing that kind of stood out. What you said there, Ross, was like the back and forth between you two as well. Like you were fully enjoying the battle, but you also enjoying each other's materials as well. Like you were reacting to it. Like I mean, when you said you got the 3 acts, the triple axe, sorry, and then Gash, you're like, where do you hold the third one? Like, like just those little things. I love that sort of stuff in battles, definitely. But yeah, it was
co-pilot teams.
Yeah.
Oh my! With that, real quick, yeah.
Yeah,
I've never seen such a divided room because you can see Danny and other people reacting to that, and then you can see Bobby, Georgie, and Trubs look at each other like, "What?"
You can tell who's got a 9 to 5 in the office.
Well, do you know what the thing is? Yeah, I ain't even got that kind of job, but it caught me because, like that Thursday before, I was in. So I teach, right, and I was in with my students, and they were all talking about these programs and stuff, and saying about what they've seen online and all this sort of stuff, and the merging. There's 2 that are merging, ain't there, or something. I don't know, it's something like that. But we was literally having a conversation about it on the Thursday, and then for that to be brought up, I was like, oh shit, I actually know this. Because there's some things that do go right over my head, and I'll react because it sounds cool. And like, you know, it sounds like it needs a reaction kind of thing, and it warrants it. But there are some things that go in my head. But that I actually caught in the back and forth, I actually got. And I was like, yes.
I didn't know what Mid Journey was until that battle, though, so I'm learning myself.
That was ridiculous. Gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, like you were saying about enjoying. I was enjoying the battle. I wasn't getting enjoying getting punched in the mouth. That wasn't fun. But like literally,
you punched you in the mouth.
I was like, oh, I've got to scrape this one back. I've got to, really get the momentum back. And we're just punching each other in the face. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, it genuinely was. I think the breakdown of your slogans was the best way it's been done as well. I do think that was really good. But
there's 2 rounds on it.
Yeah, and like, do you know what? Normally, I would say like spending a whole round on one angle, I'm normally not a huge fan of, but it can be done. Me and Red Wolf was talking about this. It can be done well, and it can. But it just, it needs the right person to be able to do it, and you were definitely able to do that. Hamill, what are you saying about this one?
For me, I think this was everyone's battle of the day, but it was certainly mine. Yeah, this had everything for me. I think there was a little bit of subtle nastiness from both of them where it needed it in very light quantities, but for most of it, it was just brilliant to watch. It was so funny on both parts. I think, I don't know, like I'd heard, I think all of Joe's material, most of it going into the battle, but I said this to him for some reason. It felt so much better in the room, and there were things I'd missed that I caught in the room. Even little jokes like the "fuck what you heard," like a Welshman, I think it was, fucking fantastic. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just
that was
great work by the both of them. As
That's
you said,
crazy.
the slogans with Gast. I also don't like when what one round is. Yeah, past the doobie Brookston. There's hash. Yeah,
This
that
hash
was
is
hilarious.
divine.
That
Yeah,
was probably the
crazy.
moment of the battle for me. Just the
Mm.
hash is divine thing got
But
me
then even
clapping
that, right, the
line.
moment of the battle, the flip that Dojo then put in that
I
round
know,
after,
I know.
like that's what I mean by the back and forth as well, isn't it? It's actually mad.
Yeah.
I do. Whilst we're talking, I do want to bring Orion on. Ross, do you mind going backstage for a little bit? I'll bring
No
you back
problem at
on.
all, man.
Is that cool? All right, cool, man.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
do
all
want to
good.
bring Orion up as well. Cheers for coming on there, man. Appreciate you. Orion, how you doing, man?
Hello. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, bro.
Yeah, loud and clear,
I
loud
can't
and
hear
clear.
no one. No.
Oh, really?
Why is that? Let me see.
I'll probably better typing this.
Everything was working fine till I hopped on now. Can you not hear me?
Sometimes we can hear you.
I can't hear you guys. Hold on.
Leave and then come back.
I don't know if I need to come off.
You do. I'm saying it as if you can hear me.
It's so hard to speak to a guy who can't hear.
Guy needs the app.
Yeah, telling you, lad, makes all the difference.
Hamill works with StreamYard. He's a sleeper.
He actually does need the app, though, I'm telling you.
Yeah,
that.
just
I
get
feel
the app,
like
you'll be fine.
it's a
But yeah,
whole
Hamill,
experience
sorry.
on the app.
Hamill, you was talking about Dojo versus Gas, so let's continue with that track, right?
Yeah, I just think there was the right amount of balance from both of them. It had a little bit of everything, this battle. I think Gast was extra gas buff this time round, and I think we hadn't seen that in like a couple battles because he's been in the tournament and so focused on trying to get through each round of the tournament. So it was nice to see Gas just kind of what felt like right freely again. Obviously, he went and battled Legitimate on iBattle, but it's the first time we'd had him back in a UK crowd. And I genuinely, again, I just think Dojo's material, hearing it in the room, it felt razor thin, this one for me. I don't know, watching it, it just felt like Gast had an incredible round, and then so did Joe, and then Gast had an incredible, and it just felt like it was like that the whole battle. Some of Dojo's pockets and cadences in the second and third, again, it's different. And this is one thing I will say about sparring as well. Joe always says this to me. It's like, it's so much different when you're in the room, especially in a London crowd. You get to really kind of project your material, and I think it's so different when you're kind of rapping, you know, on like a StreamYard, for example, like a FaceTime without the app.
You're just hearing every other word in the bar.
Exactly, but yeah, both of them went crazy. That was definitely my battle of the day for sure.
I really liked. It just popped into my head as well because I'm terrible at remembering stuff, but then as soon as we start talking about it, I remember stuff. The town crier bit. The bit of it that I thought was like actually funny was well, all of it obviously, but the bit that I thought was like I was laughing my head off was when everyone started to react and you're like order or whatever you said, like that cracked me up, man, because it was just like if you're gonna do a character based angle like that, stay in character in it. So even if like
I didn't plan that, by the way, that just happened.
But it's perfect. It's perfect. Like it reminded me of Shuffle when he did the phone thing and everyone starts reacting. He's like. To the crowd, that it's just those little things. It makes a difference, man. To a fan, anyway, definitely. Orion, was you in the building for this battle?
I don't think so. No. I'm kind of late. I came on Blackman timing. No, so I was late. Battle I really saw was I saw the ending of part of it. I keep forgetting my man's name. The Nigerian brother.
Oh, Slimbuck.
I said that again.
Slimbuck.
Yeah, Slimbuck, that's it. My bad.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm terrible with names, by the way. I'm still kind of green when it comes to the battle rap scene. But yeah, I saw that, and then I saw the battle before. I saw the end of that, and then I saw the battle before that, and both of them were pretty impressive. Still, it was very interesting to watch. But when I'm watching a battle, I'm trying to take it in, but also I'm still in my own head. Like I need to get mentally ready for.
Course.
I don't get to appreciate it as much as I would if I weren't battling on the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, see, that's what I've always thought. If I was a batter, I'd want to go on like first or second every time, like just because then you could just sit back and relax and enjoy the show, innit?
Exactly.
It was nice.
Be nice, that, wouldn't it?
Because I remember I was talking to you about it. You was like, I want to go
Fucking
on
hell,
before the
brother.
semi-finals. Even like, I want to enjoy it. I want to have a joint. I want to go and have a drink. And
It's
you
just
can't even
nice
do
being
that.
able to. It's nice being able to chill, man. I also like. I have like. I'm one of them, me, and I think every battler is like this to a degree. Where like I just only drink water me the day of the event. Like I don't eat nothing. I don't do not. I just drink water. So like when it's getting to like late in the afternoon, brother, and you've not had any food, and you're like, I've got to still perform and keep energy on 10. Yeah, it's tough, man. But you've got to do it though. Obviously, it is what it is, man. You've got to hang in there.
Definitely. Yeah, exactly, man. Beyond, what did you make of Gas and Dojo?
Definitely my battle of the night. Listen, Dojo. So me and Dojo sparred. Me and Gaspar sparred before.
Yeah. So
in, like,
just a bit of backstage stuff here. Yeah. When you two were sparring, pretty sure I heard both of your first rounds. I said Bobby back. I was like, maybe you should stop there because I could hear it all. And I was like,
I didn't realize. So I think Gasbuff already said it, but there's a it's just a hole that looks like a door, that looks like a square, that looks like a mirror. So we thought it was closed off, or we thought it was.
Like the venue lights weren't on at the time, so we're in the green room thinking that it's like just this because it's only slightly lit. We just think it's a mirror because we're not looking directly at it, or at the very least, like going further off into like a hallway. We didn't realize it just went straight to the stage, just this 4-foot open gap in the wall. So yeah, we're sparring full volume, basically just in the corner of the venue.
If Dojo or the Abbot walked in, they would have heard our first.
Yeah, definitely. No, they definitely would have. I did see Dojo kind of like looking around the corner at one point, actually, to be fair. He was trying to get something.
He's the cut.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely like crazy performance from both of you two. I think you both leveled up again. That's the kind of a theme with this. Everyone went above what I was expecting, which brings me on to this comment here. Now, we did the stream, right? We did predictions. We did all that on here, right? And Orion, I'm going to say to you now, crazy. Like, I was worried. I was worried that you wouldn't be able to hang with Sean, right? And we were talking about, and we were saying, it's not that we don't want you to be able to. It's just that the evidence that we had weren't supporting the fact that you would. But you did and more. Like, it's crazy, man. Like, I came to you after the battle and said, stick around. And I hope you do.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that. No, it was an amazing experience. It was an amazing experience to even just battle Sean. And Sean is so funny, like, and Sean knows how to just break down your character and stuff like that. So for him, you know what I also appreciated from Sean, I feel like he kind of did something different. He kind of went a bit serious on the second round when he was talking about the black women and this and that. And I appreciated that he tried another angle with me. And why I rate Sean is because he's always, like, even before the battle, he's bigged me up. Like, he still felt that he was going to smoke me crazy, like, but he did big me up, like, just letting people know, like, Ryan can hang. Just, we have to wait and see. Today, you know, this battle would be the moment to see if Ryan can really, you know, be on acapella, offbeat type of rap or not. And I just wanted to prove him right, you know what I mean? So yeah, no, I had a lot of fun, man. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, some of the stuff he was coming out with was absolutely crazy, man. I really like the geezer bit, like the difference between them. I really like that bit. That was something that stuck out for me, definitely. But we'll go through and let everyone, you know, get their flowers on that battle, and then we'll come to you. I got a few more little questions for you about, you know, how you came into it and everything. So we'll go beyond. Obviously, you was in the venue seeing this battle. What did you think, man?
Yeah, so I was, you know, tired after a long day. I think the semi-finals happened, and I'm like, oh, the day's done. But then no, Sean Cray and Orion. So I'm at like the back of the venue because I got in late, sadly. But like from afar, I was enjoying this battle so much. I'm not like, I don't watch too much Pen Game. You know, I'm still quite, so it's not like something I'm too familiar with right now. So I'm not too familiar with Orion, but if you told me he was an a cappella battle, I would just believe you.
Yeah.
Like he is some of the punches were ridiculous. He was actually like kind of going crazy up there, man. He was going crazy. Yeah, it's like he felt really seasoned in this kind of room. That's one thing I'll definitely say. And obviously Sean Craze is fantastic.
Yeah.
The most buzzed I've been in a room for any line ever is when he went around and we already got Carlton Shanks.
Yeah. I was going to bring that bit up. Yeah, it's actually.
That was so
and do you know
funny.
what? I was
Sean
speaking
Craze
to
is
Sean.
amazing.
I was hoping he'd be able to come on it because I wanted him to explain it. But I'm sure he wouldn't mind me mentioning it. But
yeah, like how we got positioned.
Yeah, but not even that. Like the idea actually came off something that happened in real life with him and Slimbuck and Carlton Shanks in a previous event when Carlton walked in and Sean turned around. Like he was talking to Slimbuck, yeah, and then he turned around and he was like, "Oh, my favorite Nigerian," and then Slimbuck turned around as if he was still talking to him, but he was talking to Carlton. He was like, "Do you know what? I need to somehow bottle that up and put that into a battle." And like that's awesome. That it's like real life shit that like you can translate into it definitely. Gas, what was your takeaway from this battle? How do you feel it?
Oh man, okay. First and foremost, something we've not mentioned yet that I want to. The hosting was bloody brilliant. Like Bobby was so good at making sure all the energy was like properly captured into the event. It was even also sick to be filmed. Yeah, and it was sick to be filmed by Bagnall again as well. I want to say that like there's something about Bagnall filming that just makes events feel special. Like it's so there was just such a great job of carrying that energy forward. But yeah, like I said this to Orion on the day. I said, bro, people owe you apologies.
That's why I said it.
Like, because I know people, they wanted like I guess it's like kind of a bit of an elitist thing because it's like our thing, and we see people come from unbeaten to this, and sometimes it doesn't work. Like we've definitely seen people from Pen Game come over and not flop. But I was like, I could understand having that skepticism like before the Castro battle, but having it after it is crazy. Because if that's his first one, like, and now that he's like dipped his toes, like, and he's got several months to prep for a completely new opponent on a new league, like, you don't think he's gonna be worlds better than that? And he was fantastic.
I think double so now because like watching the Sean battle in comparison to the Castro one, this isn't meant a type of way, but it's like the material and performance is even better in my opinion in terms of content and everything and how it was all. So like I think if anyone's going to try and be skeptical now, that's when you would look at them sideways, even double. Like that's how I see it. But also, like, it's a funny one in that, like, I'm sure that the same, like, people having their walls up would be the same situation if Sean went over to Pen Game. Do you know what I mean? Because it's a different environment and environments that people are passionate about.
Yeah.
And just people are naturally competitive. So, like, I don't think it's from a nasty place. It's from a place of passion. And if anything, right, tell me if I'm wrong, you want people to kind of have them doubts beforehand because now you silenced it and your performance is even better for it.
Yeah, no, exactly. I was never mad about it because I knew I was cold. But there was things I needed to learn. So when I battled Lou Castro first and had that debut, I did well. But then, and at the time I thought I did well. When I actually looked back at it, I was like, oh, it's kind of mid actually. But then Lou Castro, I don't know. No disrespect to him, but I don't know what he didn't. Maybe he just didn't take me serious, or the travel. Or he didn't know how to connect, how he was doing it. But I actually thought, when I look back at it, I was like, no, this is pretty mid. And then when I'm hearing people talk about, like, oh, I'm going to get smoked by Sean, I was like, nah, I can't let it happen. And to the point where my last 2 rounds, I wrote them a week before the battle. So I scratched everything, my last 2 rounds, because I was thinking, the first round I kept the same, I edited it. But then the last 2, I just wrote it completely new because I was like, no, I need to come harder. And what I realized with me, or I'm assuming this with everyone, especially if you're kind of new to this game, you kind of write your way into getting good. So when I wrote my first, like the first time I wrote my second and third, I was like, this is cold. Then I realized, no, there's some things I've learned since my last battle with Lou Castro. No, why am I setting up this punchline for so long? Why don't I put a punch in the setup? Why or why am I being afraid to like extend like the flow, because obviously when you're on beat, it's all about on time, like the timing. Obviously off beat, the timing is kind of up to you, like how you do it. And I think I was being too scared about this flow is not flowing on time, but it's like there's no beat. And so there's certain things I kind of learned last minute. So in the week before, I was like, no, let me go again. And but I kind of got into my bag and I realized, oh, this is how I need to do it. And I feel like because it's received well by everyone, I know, all right, this is how I need to go and just keep leveling up and being better, you know.
Had you been to many like a cappella battle rap events?
No, you know, I haven't. I'm a big fan of battle rap. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big fan. I watched battle rap a little in regards to UK battle rap a lot more when I was younger. So like the Shorty Horrors and even what's his name? What's this brother from Manchester? I used to watch him. He battled Daylight. I forgot his name now. Oh man, how am I doing him like this? But yeah,
Are you on about dialect?
Dialect,
from
yeah,
Leeds.
that's it. Sorry, I'm
from
bugging.
Leeds, yeah.
Leeds. What did I say? Manchester.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
I was thinking you was going to say Raptor, and then you said he battled Daylight, and I was like, I'm pretty sure only one person from the UK's battled Daylight.
Yeah. So I'm a big fan of battle rap, like, and obviously I'm more in tune with American kind of battle rap, so URL and all the other leagues that's on there, and so then I guess maybe as well because I watch it so heavily, I think a lot of my influence might come from there, but still I'm British, so I don't want to sound American or whatever. And I think
I get that.
But I'm still a fan in the end of the day. So when I'm seeing people battle, like I said, unfortunately I didn't get to watch people properly this time around. But when I see it, like the more I want to come to these live events, I want to see everybody battle because I'm a fan. I love how, and what I've realized with British battle rap is the no one does it like the UK in regards to multi-syllable schemes and then breaking down characters. Like no one does it like people in the UK. And yeah, man, I'm a fan before anything, like before being even a battle rapper, man. I'm a fan.
Definitely. I can see someone else backstage, and as we're talking about this battle, and he seems right to bring him on, so I'm gonna have to drop someone beyond because your screen's black at the moment.
That's all right.
I'm gonna drop you up. You can stay backstage though, because I don't think this person's going to stay for too long and all that, and I can bring people back on and off and everything. So if you
I might have to leave soon anyway, because I do have to go soon. But I'll stick around for a little bit. But yeah,
cool. All right, man. All right. So we got the Cradle. What up, man?
Evening, girls.
Happening, fella?
He's such a prick.
Cradle.
How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm good. I've been listening. I just wanted to make sure Ryan got his flowers before I came on.
I can't hear no one again. Let me come off and come off it. Why is it doing this?
Do you know what? It seems to do this for people.
Come off and come back
bringing
on
someone on and off, somebody always fucks.
You just got to get the app, Danny.
Yeah, maybe I've got it. Yeah, that's what it is. Maybe that's the issue. But yeah, Sean, how do you feel about how the battle went, man?
Yeah, really happy. Really happy with it. I mean, I've been waiting for that. You know that moment when like you've just killed a battle and like you just get mobbed with a load of handshakes that are just like bosh 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 bosh. It's like if you don't quite kill it, even if people tell you were all right, if you don't get mobbed with those handshakes, you didn't kill it. And I didn't kill it in my last one against Lefty. Like, you know, I got a kind of away with it. You get off. Oh yeah, nice one, bruv. Yeah, that's good. No, when you kill it, everyone's just like paintbrush, shaking hands, and it's just like, and like that's the only way that you know you've killed it. And it helped that it ended on the big pop. So it was because it was really good. I mean, the thing was, I was always confident that Orion was going to come in and be good, but like he exceeded even what I thought. Like it was really good. I mean, I've watched it back a couple of times, which again I haven't done with my last couple of battles. So like, you know, I've watched this one back because it's just enjoyable. Just all 6 rounds, I'm watching them, and it's just like lots of his wordplay. It was just. It's not even like for a pen game guy coming over, just for anyone that's like that's on prem. It's just he was really good. So yeah, fair play to him, man.
Yeah,
I just want to point out real quick as well, Danny, if I can, like something that made this like doubly impressive is like as great as this battle was in a vacuum, it didn't happen in a vacuum. It was the headline main event of what had been an A1 event. Every battle, as we're going to talk about, was fucking brilliant start to finish. So to go in that position of like, okay, here comes a guy for his debut. We really got to stick the landing with this one, and it was brilliant. It didn't look out of place as the main event of what had been a brilliant card. So deserves extra credit for that, I think.
Definitely, man, definitely. And I think as well, like the way you perform, Orion, is like you were able to, like, you had little moments with the crowd, and like there was a few times, like, I know Frost and his laugh in that event, like you always know it's Frost that's laughing. Frost was having a great time. He was. But like there was a moment where like you turned to us like, you got that one, and like and go straight back into your material. And we had seen previously in the event, you know, that can throw people off sometimes. Pagan unfortunately had that slight stumble in his first. He reacted to the audience reacting, and he was like, "What, do you forget it's me?" And then almost forgot his lines. So like sometimes that can be quite detrimental to you. So you just being able to kind of, you know, bat off from everybody in the room was just crazy, man. You had everybody like there ready to, you know, just hanging off every word. It's just brilliant, man. Brilliant.
You know what's funny? And that was the scary part for me. Like I said, because the last two, and the funny thing is the last two rounds, like I said, I wrote that the week before. And I didn't stumble with that. I actually stumbled in my first round, which I had more preparation time of remembering. And I skipped a whole... I didn't realize at the time until I watched it back when Sean sent me the video. I skipped a whole, like, scheme that I'm going to definitely recycle because it's so hard. Like, and I feel like it would have just made that first round so much stronger. But, yeah, don't like, I kind of tried to do that. That's kind of like... That's kind of like my thing because I get gassed. Like when the crowd gets gassed, I really feed off people's energy in it in a positive way in it, not like little flipping vampire, but like I feed off people's energy in it. So when the crowd is gassed, I am gassed. But then I actually found myself in my head a bit more. I think I would even do a bit more if I had it like the bars a bit more ingrained in my memory. But I was still a little bit worried that I was gonna stumble. So I realized there's like I could have let the crowd, you know, enjoy the moment a bit more, but I kept on moving past it a little bit. I could have done better when it came to that, but yeah, man, that is my type of thing. Like, when the crowd is gassed, I'm gassed, and I think on pen game that I kind of have, I'm like known for that as well. Like, as soon as obviously we have reloads and pen game in it, so as soon as I get the reload, I start going mad and start, you know what I'm saying, shouting with the crowd, start swearing and doing all sorts. I start losing my head in that. So yeah.
That's what I think. That's the thing that I think is the best about Orion. To be honest, that I watched him against Renea, and like when he battled Renea, it's kind of like she's good and she's good on beat. But like it is kind of like if a girl's killing it against a guy, like they will naturally get the rub a little bit as well. Like so, the crowd were like on top, and I was kind of like. He's maybe getting cooked by Renea here, and then he just got a little moment where like he just sunk his teeth in, and the crowd popped, and it was like you just saw him grow. It was like, raw, like got the crowd on side and just fought his way back. So like that was kind of what I was saying on the stream, like before this battle, is that he knows how to conduct an audience. Like sometimes like the audience. People let the audience decide and they'll make it up, but then other people just like Bobby's great for this as well. You take the audience on that journey with you, like, and you make sure that they react at the right times. And for someone who's like in their first and then this was their second battle a cappella, they haven't really got a right to do that. So it's like it's a real thing to have in your armor that early on. And it just makes him dangerous. Like I really hope that he does stay around because his ceiling over here is the very top. It is.
Thank you, Sean. And like
I genuinely can see it. Like over the next year, I can see you becoming one of the faces. Like I can see that.
No, man, that would be amazing. Like I said, I'm a fan of battle rap, so like I definitely want to be involved, and we're already in talks of I don't know maybe I shouldn't say anything, but we're trying to make things happen. Yeah, we're trying to make some things happen. But yeah, like, and again, now it's just about now, how do I just continue? I'm still trying to find my style in a way. I don't know if I know my style yet. Like you said, it's my second battle, so I'm trying to find my style, and I'm learning. I'm studying Sean. I've obviously Shorty Horrors, Gemini's, Scoop. There's a lot of people that are studying because I feel like they have their own lane and doing things, and I'm like, I want to be unique as well, because the people I mentioned, they all are uniquely themselves, and I'm like, how do I do that? And I think maybe it's coming across like I do it. I don't personally see it myself. I just feel like I'm barring, but I don't know if I'm too unique just yet, and I'm trying to figure that out. You know what I mean? So that's kind of my.
But I think sometimes that's all it is needed. It's just you just doing the things that you like to do. Like I think sometimes that's it. Like I think some people can go too far the other way into thinking like that as well. Do you know what I mean? Like you know, we get some characters that go way into a character. They become like a weirdo almost. Do you know what I mean? Like it just doesn't work, and it like you know, we've seen many of battlers come and go like that, and they lean into it a bit too much. So I think you've got a really good battle. Yeah, Gas dresses up as clowns and shit. Like
I like
See,
that.
like,
Though.
this is the thing. This is the thing with like the character building. Like I've kind of found myself as being this complete character now. I never set out. If you watch my first 1, 2, 3 battles, I weren't like the pub man. I weren't this and that. It's just like you just your journey picks it for you. Like so you
come back again.
I actually did hear talking about the app earlier on, so I downloaded the app and I've having no issues.
I think I might have to get everyone downloading the app, you know, because it seems to be anytime I bring someone on or take someone off, somebody's.
Fucking hell, Hamill really is a salesman. Jesus.
Literally a fucking pioneer. I'm a pioneer, Gas. Give me commission. Sean Craig, thank you. I'd shake your hand right now.
This is it. No, but that's the thing. Is that I never set out in my first few battles to like be like the pub man and whatever. You have certain things happen, and it's like a little pop or something will happen in your battle that's like a big thing, and you'll just be like, you know what? Let's just grab that. Let's lean into it. Like my oi oi slogan. Like I'll tell you this now, Ryan, because you wouldn't have known it, but like, and a battler said that to me in like my fourth battle. Yeah. So, you might have. Maybe you went back and saw it.
I studied you, man.
Oh, yeah. So he said it to me. So in my next battle, I was like, do you know what? Like, I'm gonna stand in front of someone's gonna call me a pub man, and it keeps on popping every time anyone says it. It's becoming a problem for me. Let's just snatch it. And then just be like, do you know what? I'm the pub man. What are you gonna say to me now? And it's and that's kind of just what happened. That's just what happened. Like. Just take ownership of it.
No, definitely. Yeah. Ross, I wanted to ask you, obviously, as a fan, have you watched much pen game and stuff like that, like on beat?
No. So before this, the only stuff from pen game I've seen at all is the odd reel that will pop up on my Instagram, just random clips, and most of the stuff that pop up is like crowd going mental over a Your Mum bar or something like that. So I never really took the time to go off and watch it. So going into this, Orion is another one that I knew nothing about. And this for me is actually my battle of the night, because I went into it purely on the basis that Cray's Cray. Do you know what I mean? So another thing to hear and join in with I came here for a proper fucking shootout is a dream for me, right? So going into this battle, I was expecting a Cray 3-0, mainly because I didn't know anything about Orion other than the hype he was getting on Twitter going into it. But Orion for me was a highlight of the whole event because I was sleeping on him. And the way you turned up, bro, you seem natural. You seem like you've been doing it for years. So I even tweeted at Prem a couple of days ago, please bring Orion back, because you killed it. Even I brought my missus to the event, and this was her first battle event, and she walked out saying that you did good. And I was like, that was his first time on Prim. So I pray Briggsy is working something out and you're coming back, bro, because both of you were stellar. That easily my battle in the night.
Thank you, man.
That's praise. That's praise, definitely. Sean, I've mentioned it, but I kind of want you to explain how it came about. That bit at the end. because we spoke about after you said about like real life events and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I probably butchered the story a bit. So if you want to just go over how that came about and setting up as well, because I didn't see you setting it up. So I don't know any of that.
Yeah, what it was when we was at Hootenanny, and it was Slimbuck was meant to be battling the geezer who was coming from South Africa, but he no-showed. So like, I do feel like bad on Slimbuck, because even on that day it was a mugging off. But like, he was like moping around the venue because he'd obviously been no-shown by the guy, and like, so I'm there having a proper heart-to-heart with him and whatever. We're talking for like 10 minutes and whatever, and then just as I'm sort of walking away, Carlton Shanks walks in, and I just like deliberately loudly was like, "Oh, my favourite Nigerian," and Slimbuck was just like, "Ah!" He's going, "He's the same, man. He's the same in real life as he is in the battles." And it was just one of those ones where the three of us just like were just laughing at it, and I was just like, "Do you know what? That's what some of my best ever jokes that I do come from, like real life jokes, and everyone laughs." So you just like, what was the magic? Like, what makes it funny? And how can you like capture it in a battle sort of situation? And I was just like, yeah, we'll just do that. So I spoke to Shanks early on, and I was like, look, Slimbuck's going to be there. I'm going to give Slimbuck the duck and then give you the handshake. And he was like, so Carlton Shanks was just like, yes, I'm loving that, like that 419 shit, like, and I was like, yeah, like, because that was the whole thing, like the Nigerian, like, I scammed him, like, so it was like, so, but I was like, yeah, so Slimbuck's going to be there. I was speaking to Marlo about it the other day when I was running my stuff, and he was like, yeah, but what if Slimbuck's not there? Like, he's, and I was like, I'm going to make sure he's there. So when Slimbuck came into the venue in the morning, I was like, Slimbuck, I need you front row in my battle. And he was like, yeah, but his battle was meant to be after ours. He was like, oh, I was planning on running my shit. I was like, bruv, I need you there. And he was like, I go, it's because like, it's this Niger shit. Like, I need you in the front. I'm going to big you up. And he was just like, yeah, I can. So he stood there on the front row, and it was just like, yeah. What was funny, I've ducked him, and because he got like sandwiched in between us, and he's like, Slimbuck was like, didn't know what to do. He grabbed my shirt and he's pulling me. But what he doesn't realise is I've got the absolute Austin Powers chest hair. he's pulling me by the chest hair, and I'm like, I've still got my last slogan to say, and I'm like, get off! and I was just like, time. I was about to say my last slogan in the higher pitch. Yeah, no, it couldn't have gone better, but yeah, he did half wax my chest.
It's so funny listening to that, because Bobby said to me in the smoking area right after the battle, I walked out, and Bobby's almost laughing to himself like an evil genius in the corner. And I was like, what? And he went, Sean Cray told me before, like, Slimbuck's walked up to him and Sean's gone, I need you next to me for this battle here. Bobby's just laughing at the thought of Sean putting it all together like beforehand. It's quite brilliant. For me, that was moment of the day. Easily.
Yeah, evil genius.
Unbelievable.
Evil genius. I think, though, this warrants a Slimbuck versus Sean Cray battle.
I'd love to see that.
People have said it before, to be honest. Like, to be fair, like, one of the things that we've actually spoken about is me battling Slimbuck in Nigeria. but after that, I think I'd go missing until that'd be him getting his own back, because I'm getting packed off in Nigeria. So yeah, I don't know if that one's gonna happen, but it's I would battle Slimbuck at some stage.
No, definitely, man. 100%. Definitely would be a crazy battle. But I think for a lot of people, this would be battle of the night between you two. I think you both shown exactly why you were in the position of the main event and that as well. Orion, like I've said it, I hope that you're back. I hope that they manage to, sort something out to get you back soon as well. I think don't take too long and lose that itch kind of thing. Do you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think getting straight back into it, get yourself another battle booked, and just study up a bit more and all that, like you said you're doing anyway. I would say maybe try and come to a few events because you get to see an array of different battlers, isn't it? But I mean, you've seen battlers at Pen Game, like it's all the same really, in it, but it's just in a different way, like format.
Yeah. Well, I feel like Sean is kind of my go-to now for everything now. Sean's just helping me out with things and kind of, which I appreciate. He's kind of helping me navigate myself in this in the new world of battle rap for me. So, I'll definitely be putting up to battles. Like I said, I'm a fan, so I'm very excited to see what people got for each other, and knowing that I don't have to battle as well, so I could just chill out and read take and everything. Yeah, but so I'll definitely sure. Yeah.
Trump's saying you definitely would leave Nigeria, man. But then he comes with a compliment after, so
Don't worry, Sean. You'll be good, man. Like I'm Nigerian as well, man. I'm good out there, so I'll make sure you're good, man. You'll be treated like a prince out there.
That's it. But the other thing I would say is that like people shouldn't be afraid to go over to Pen Game as well, because when I've been over there, it's been like nothing but love. There's lots of the fans that are in the crowd over there are really passionate about Pen Game, like first and foremost, but our side as well. They're like, there's a lot of people over there that kind of watch both things, and it's a really enjoyable day out over there. Like I went over there with Jem to maybe last month, and it's just like it's a great vibe over there. Like so, yeah, I wouldn't be afraid to go over and sort of like introduce yourself over there as well.
I was gonna say, I think with Pen Game, because obviously Pen Games kind of has a mainstream appeal now, but so when you see fans like online and stuff like that, it's a whole different. It's people that don't know about battle rap, but you will find that people that actually come to the Pen Game battles, a lot of them do have a lot of knowledge of battle rap, even if it's not current, even if it's more like old school battle rap. The fans that actually come and pay their money to come to watch the battle typically have a bit more respect for battle rap as an art form. So you'd be surprised on people even recognizing you coming down there and stuff like that.
All right, no, that's cool, man. That's cool. I've always thought a cool idea would be to get 5 battlers and 5 battlers from Prem, 5 battlers from Pen Game. They have an on-beat battle and then they have an a cappella battle. I've always thought that would be just interesting, like, just as an experiment, I guess. But I've always thought that'd be interesting.
I mean, I'm having conversations now anyway. I'm trying to sort out something, so I might add that. I think that's actually a very, very cool idea.
Yeah, even if it's like 1 round a cappella, 1 round on beat, and then I don't know, chuck in like a freestyle round or something like that, like just something that just switches it up a bit. I think that would be really cool to see, because there's a lot of, I'm sure there's a lot of Pen Game battlers that could transfer over in, like how you have and really make a mark. And there's some of our guys who are, I say our guys, there's some a cappella guys who are really, really good on beat as well. So yeah, it'd be interesting. It'd be interesting to see that kind of clash between them. But yeah, right. We're going to go on to, it was actually the 3rd battle of the day, which was Pagan versus Dub T.
Real quick, Johnny, I just want to loop back a little bit, just because I needed it, but also because we didn't get to my battle. Ryan appeared.
Oh yes, of course. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, let's finish off your battle. Sorry,
I didn't get to blow my own trumpet for a bit.
Yeah, go on.
I'm gonna be very self-indulgent and do that very briefly.
Sorry, Gus. I'm just gonna say I'm heading out now. Yeah.
Okay, man.
Yeah, so I appreciate you lot having me. Sean, thanks for the head up as well, man. And I am grateful for everybody, man. And I'm happy everyone enjoyed it.
Bro. I'd be very proud of that.
Appreciate you coming.
Really well, brother.
Yeah,
really well.
You guys, appreciate you.
No, appreciate you, bro. See you in a bit. All right, I can bring Dojo back on. Gas, go. What was you going to say?
Yeah,
sorry,
so
man,
I'm just going to say, no, it's all good, man. No worries. I just got to say, like, I'm really pleased with this battle. I'm really proud of the performance I did. I owe a lot of that to the energy that was just in the room, how exciting it was to be performing for a crowd that just really, really wanted to be there. Definitely helped with the energy. I was a bit ropey going into it because I was like, if I hit my level and am I going to find my feet again? And having done that, it's definitely probably one of my top 5 battles, and God knows I've done a lot of them. Might even be like top 3. I think like this and my Cray G performance are ones that I'm like equally happy with. It's going to take a lot to uproot like Bobby and Reverse, but either possibly top 3 for me in terms of the reaction I got, how happy I was with like everything that I wrote, like not just tactically, but in terms of like the punchlines. I'm sure this will pop. Like everyone was just so reactive to everything. So I had a great time. Like, and the fact that Joe was like after how my first went, I was like, man, Joe better be good. Like it feels like I'm killing it right now. And then he was probably the best I've seen him. And yeah, I've not had many people like get like proper aggy in my face like that as well.
And you battled Bobby and Anderson.
I love that in battles, though. I genuinely love it. It's what I do this for. I'm like, yeah, if I was a fan,
I
this would
fully
look really
didn't
cool.
plan on doing that because it was like we're talking about with sparring earlier. Like Coops has said this to me many times: is he can't give me feedback because how I am in a voice note or on FaceTime is very different to in the moment. In the moment, I didn't plan to fucking become a town cry and like the way I was doing. And I didn't plan on getting in Gas's face. It just happened because I was getting punched in the face. So, but yeah, I'm echo the same sentiments. Like I'm really chuffed with this battle, and it's one of my favorite battles. In terms of like, I've had battles that I'm proud of, but mainly because of my performance, it hasn't been a back and forth. The closest like to a back and forth war has been me and T, and then this is now up there in terms of like, right, this person's fucking going mental. I've got to match this, and that's all props to Gast. And like, there's mates of mine that I wouldn't battle because we're mates, but then there's mates of mine that I'm giving them that performance because they're my mate, and that Gast is one of them. And yeah, I'm can't wait for it to drop. And I'm similar to Gast, like the tournament, it's a funny thing to try and navigate and then come out of the other end and yeah, go into that, back into crowds and London crowds. And also Gas, you did great in London. I know how you feel about London, like, yeah, acclimatizing, and you did great.
Yeah, so, sometimes it's a little frustrating because I look back on it and I think like I do think we had battle of the night. I genuinely do think I had performance of the night, and I look back at it and I'm almost like, fuck, that Gast would have won the tournament. You know what I mean? So it's a little frustrating. Yeah. So,
and also different environments, not different time limits. Yeah, we had a lot more to play with, but I think also all of our experiences in the tournament have been perfect reps and practice for this battle.
Yeah, so I'm really excited to see the response when it fully drops. Anyway, sorry that I'm basically blowing smoke up my own arse and then immediately dipping voice.
You do that, man. You do that.
That's what happened.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for having me, Danny. I'll keep tuning in the rest of the night.
Yeah, and you're welcome back whenever. All right.
Awesome.
Cheers,
have
man.
a good one, guys.
Appreciate you. Bye. All right, so we will go on to
cunt, ain't he?
Straight away as well. We will go on to the semi-final of the Where Winner Matters tournament, which was Pagan versus De Burke and Sam Hopes versus Pagan versus Dub T. Sorry, Pagan versus Dub T and Sam Hopes versus De Burke. Spoiler alert if you was at the event there. So yeah, we'll start with Pagan Dub T. How are we feeling about Sean? We'll come to you first, my man. How did you take that battle?
Yeah, my headphones just ran out of battery. Does that sound all right? Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
Yeah, so yeah, it was really good. Yeah, good. As it started with Dub T, he had his angle, like, I won't put spoilers in case people ain't seen it, but he had like an angle which I thought was really effective, and I thought it would like, get into the heads of the judges and maybe give him a real leg up. And I was kind of like, Pagan might be in a bit of trouble here. Pagan came out. He did have his a little bit of a choke in that first round, but he still might have won that round. I think he possibly even won the first still, and he definitely won 2 and 3. I thought he was really, really good. I think his freestyle rebuttals at the start are, they're not just rebuttals for rebuttals' sake. They're really effective. Any kind of energy that Dub maybe had straight away with like a little couple of lines, he's snatching some of that energy back. And you really felt that energy transfer in the room as well for me. Like, so he was really, really good. Yeah. I mean, he was probably one of the performance of the nights. He did have a stumble, obviously, and Gus was really, really good. But yeah, I thought Pagan was right up there.
It's one of those ones, right, where it's such a close battle and it's fine margins, that a stumble like that, which is a very minimal stumble when you watch it back, like he gets it back very quickly, but when it's such high stakes, stuff like this gets put under a microscope. And I think with that round, it was a great round from Pagan. I just think adrenaline got him at that moment. That's all. Especially, right, can we talk about the hat flick?
Yeah.
What the fuck happened there?
The little.
I was like, oh shit.
I didn't see that. I was watching it from the back, and then when I've listened to it back while driving, so I haven't actually watched it. So yeah, I missed it.
I didn't see either, and I was slightly.
It was literally as Pagan says the flip, and he like, "This is my holiday," and I'm pretty sure it calls him a pussy.
Like,
yeah, and he's like, "You're pussy," or something like that. Just flicks his cap up. You see it move and everything. Like, but it added to it, and even Dub T's reaction to it. It were like, he didn't get all sorry about it, nothing like that.
He just tipped his hat to it.
Yeah. Like he was just like, all right, that's where you're going. Okay. And then, brought it back in a second. But yeah, Pagan's in the chat. Pagan, if you're about, man, I've got one more space. If you want to jump on and come talk about it, it's up to you. It was a violation, though. It was definitely. But yeah, I think Pagan, he's really finding his feet, and it's quite scary. Because even like the flips and that, not every flip is going to land 100%. But I think over the past 2 battles from him in the tournament, his flips have landed at least 75%. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I think he's dangerous, man. He's dangerous. He's going up there, definitely.
But also, like, if you look at his performances, it's such night and day from the quick battle or the red rum battle, and it's very quick succession. Like, obviously, I know there might have been some gaps with Academy, but you can tell that he's just like working on his craft, and he's just getting better and better. And this battle was proof of it, because it's way better than the Enigma battle.
Sorry, that comment caught me off guard. Then, yeah, I could just imagine one battle he's just gonna come in and start. You know what? Everyone keeps touching me. I'm just gonna headbutt you right now.
So, like, Daylight versus Iron Solomon. Daylight wears an outfit like that's full of mirrors. Dub's just gonna wear spikes.
Yeah. See him coming full suit of armor and that as well, just like defense.
But like, yeah, Pagan's just like getting better and better, man. And this is the best dub in the tournament. Like, yeah, and both of these guys have had some of the best battles in the tournament when you look at it, because like Pagan and Hamill, Pagan and Dub T and me, like they're and it's completely like that's them.
Yeah, I would say that's top 3 battles of the tournament, definitely, in my opinion as well. One thing that I said to Pagan, like when Frost was talking to him after, and I was kind of just like lingering to get involved in conversation, and I said, like, I feel like in that moment that he had that little stumble, if he would have just brought it back a couple of bars and then went back into it there, like he kind of almost, because it stopped so abruptly because of the reaction. It's a good reason to stop, obviously. But then he's tried to go into the next bar like cold. And if he's rehearsed it going through his material, I think just bringing it back a little bit, that's something he's got to work on, I think. Just bringing it back a little bit, let people react with him, say the line with him, things like that. And then he's back into the swing of it. Do you know what I mean? He's back into his flow of what he's doing. I do think that would have helped. I mean, I'm not a rapper, so I could be chatting shit, but I just think, I personally think like it would help if he did that.
But yeah, like both of these guys are just proper, just pressure on both sides, and yeah, like definitely the best dub that I've seen. I've never heard the word pussy said so many times in a battle from both guys.
Yeah, they did both say it quite a lot. They did. But yeah, Chubbs, you're not wrong, man. It was definitely he proved a lot of people wrong in that, and it was an amazing semi-final, like crazy. It's like for both of those two, that performance was worth $3,000.
That was like a final.
It's crazy. Yeah,
that was like a final.
No, definitely, man, definitely. I want to see more of Dub, obviously, I hope he doesn't take this and kind of go for a break now. I want to see him come back and
I want to see
absolutely
Dub
murder
in
somebody.
August. Dub's got
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Who would you want to see him against? Briggsy has kind of mentioned that a lot of the batters, if you're on there, they want you to be given a shot, kind of thing.
Yeah, I've always want to see Dub T and Black T. Whether that can happen in August, I don't know. But that's always a battle I want to see. Dub and Tech. Anyone that's just loud energy. Yeah, those are two. Wouldn't mind Dub and Slimbuck. Yeah.
Yeah, that could work. Dub and Slimbuck would be quite cool. Definitely. Sean, what's your thoughts on Dub T's next opponent? Where do you think he should be looking?
I was just thinking, I liked I nodded my head at the Slimbuck one. I think that one's, I do think that's a good one. Yeah, it's definitely the high energy ones. And I'm kind of thinking back to high energy ones that I've seen live that have maybe been like Slimbuck, Black T, Slimbuck, RX. He's already battled RX though, Dub.
Yeah.
And have you battled Black T before?
No, he hasn't yet. No.
Well, that definitely works. Yeah. But yeah, all I've done is just stolen Dojo's answers. I can't think of any more. But I do genuinely like him. Yeah. I think it's definitely the high energy ones. That's what it wants to be.
Yeah, no, definitely. Ross, what did you make of that battle, Dub T and Pagan?
So I've been a huge Dub T fan this whole tournament. I had him as soon as I saw the bracket for the semi-finals. I had Dub T to win it. I came into this expecting a 3-0. It's not that I even was discounting Pagan so much. I just had so much stuck on Dub T. So when Pagan came with the energy, the writing, the whole round performance that he did, it shocked me. But that's what I get for getting overconfident in a guy. But I was really surprised pleasantly with Pagan's performance in this battle particularly. I think he did a stellar job. I think Dub T was great, but to me, the verdict was pretty much undeniable by the end of the battle. I didn't hear anyone saying that Dub T took it. And it doesn't take away from Dub T's writing because it was great, but Pagan brought everything. I think the stumble seemed worse in the room because the energy was so high from the previous battles. Obviously, it's the first round, and everyone was kind of anxious to see if it was going to drop from that point. But he found his feet and he carried it on from there.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, it's definitely, I think it's closer, like, it's not a body. I don't think Dub T.
No.
I think it was just, yeah, Pagan just, and this is what I was saying on the stream last week. Like, we know that we haven't seen an A1 Dub in this tournament, right? And he's admitted that himself. He was close to it maybe against you, Dojo, but that wasn't that's not his standout performance in his career, right? But we don't know where Pagan's ceiling is. And I think it was just about like who's getting to that A1 and who's getting to that ceiling. You know,
this perfectly lines up to a point that Dub is making in the battle, and is one of the best parts from Dub's performance in the battle is where he addresses this whole narrative where he talks about that talent doesn't work hard enough, whatever the phrase is, and he said, "But we're still here, so and what?" And it was a perfect angle from Dub in terms of addressing previous things, because addressing, and I could have potentially fallen into this, but addressing like previous criticisms in a battle can be very risky because it's not on the front foot enough, but also you don't want things to become like a pity party or like just giving judges more reasons or subconscious things to think about. But I think he perfectly made that an attack of like, you know, you're working harder than me right now and you're still here with me, so now what? And yeah, I think Dub's presence as well and performance, like his cadence is great. It's like he's, for someone that's so young, he's got such a bark on him. Like and
he commands the room.
100%. And just like that, both have really dense writing, and I know we're going to talk about like Pagan's writing as well, but like without spoiling the first round angle, like Munich bars, Guten Tag, prove you're hard, perfect. Like absolutely perfect.
Mate, the volume that I shouted Guten Tag, I have never shouted hello in German ever in my life. But yeah, I don't know. It was just that bar caught me off guard. To be fair, like with watching a lot of battles and stuff, I'm gonna take Sean out just in case someone robs his van. Oh, he's back. Yeah, like I've watched a lot of battles, right? A lot of battles, and most of the time I feel like I can predict what's coming. With that though, when he said European Munich bars, I was like, "Where's he going?" Like, and then just it's so simple as well. Like, of course he's gonna say hello when he's there. Like, he's a friendly guy and he says hello. Like, like it just just made sense so easily. It's just effortless. I think is the word that I've described Dub T as.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously Pagan was great as well. I really liked Dub's reverse sentence trick.
Yes.
That part.
Yeah,
that was really cool as well. That was
Yeah.
really cool. It's hard to talk about without giving loads away. I don't want to like actually
Seeing
say
Frankie's
bars.
reaction to that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Frankie was like, I don't know, unofficial or official co-host in this, and considering like the optics have been like, are Pagan and Frankie going to battle? It was perfect to see the reactions of that and the optics.
Well, last week in the stream, he actually said either one of them two will probably end up battling at some point. And that's brilliant. That is. I actually just like a moment for me in that battle was when Pagan mentions beating his missus. I can't remember what the bar is, but he mentions that, right? I turned around and I was just like, why has he got to be doing that? He could have been washing up. He could have been doing anything else. And Frankie laughed. So that's my claim to fame right there. Like,
I thought you were going to say Dub, because if you watch the it on the Patreon, Dub goes, I thought I didn't have a missus though. So he's like non-rhyming rebuttaling his thing.
And he apparently did a good accent as well. Yeah, I think sometimes those things could not pay off very well. That's something that worked well in your battle, Dojo. Like you both were going at each other for the same thing, but you both did it so well that everyone's like, yes, like it just
calling each other
lent into it. Yeah, definitely. So obviously, it has been announced and it is going to be an all Irish final. Which is crazy. I don't think people would have predicted De Burke versus Pagan as a final, but it is fully deserved. I'm fully here for it. To go on to the next battle, De Burke versus Sam Hypes. This one, it was a bit weird, right? Because Sam had a load of praise for his battle versus Gas and his battle versus Briggsy for bringing something different to what he usually does.
Yeah.
In this battle, I feel like he went back to doing what he usually does. And I don't think it paid off for him because De Burke's such a character. Like, he doesn't seem like he's going to be that kind of character. But, like, his second round, like I was saying earlier, like, sticking on one topic for a whole round, I'm not always a huge fan of unless you do it really well. And he did it so well. Like, the whole, if I win the tournament, I'm going to buy a cake. If he wins the tournament, he's going to buy a cake. Like, that whole bit was just incredible. It's so funny. He literally had me, like laughing my head off, man. Dub in the chat, what's up, man? If you want to jump on, we're not going to be on for much longer, but more than happy to have you on, man. Give me a message. I'll send you the link.
Real quick. One quick thought for the Dub Pagan one, and I'll double back.
Yeah, go
on. When we're talking about writing, Pagan, the way Pagan links things, and he did it in the Ramble battle, where it's just like, how the fuck have you thought of that? But of course you've thought of that. I
know what you're going to say. Go on.
Oh, what
Kurt
was
Cobain.
The bar? Oh, the Kurt Cobain.
Yeah,
Kurt
man.
Cobain, yes. To link it to the J-Rock and the shotty thing, and then
man.
Bring it back. He did it with B Ramble with the Thai boxing bitch of a bark. But it's great writing, and it's
crazy,
absolute mental, like limitless zooming in type shit, and it's fucking brilliant. With Sam Hypes and De Burke, Sam, I think what happened to Sam in this battle is he got affected by the thoughts of the battle going into it. When everyone's had De Burke winning, I think that's clearly affected him, and he's just gone with the first couple of things rather than doing the different approaches that he did against mainly against Briggsy. And I think that's what cost him. Like, I think he was just affected by the overall consensus going into the battle.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
In terms of like,
I can hear that,
having De Burke winning beforehand.
I feel like it was quite a clean 3-0 for De Burke. Ross, what did you think, man?
Yeah, so I completely agree with your analysis of Sam's approach, but I also think the Burke's approach, being the complete polar opposite of that, was another big contributing factor. De Burke brought so many different types of angles, the comedy, the serious, the whole superhero scheme was fucking hilarious. That
Yeah.
alone won the round. But the variety from De Burke was so blatant because of Sam's approach being that quite, I don't want to say formulaic, but traditional, what we know
Yeah,
from Sam Hyde.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Um, so yeah, this to me was the most one-sided battle of the event. I think Sam did a great job. My missus loved Sam, but yeah, I think De Burke having such a varied performance is what took it so cleanly for sure.
No, definitely. And Sean, what are you saying, man?
Yeah, I mean, I think Sam and De Burke are both difficult people to write for. Like, if I was to imagine myself being against either of them, it's not like there's certain people. If I get booked, like when I got booked against Orion, for example, straight away I was like, I didn't have bars, but you could put a few bullet points down and go, right, I'm going to have a go at this bit, that bit, that bit. If I was to battle either of those guys, I don't know where I'd start. You'd have to really, really have a think, and then eventually, and I think that they both kind of found themselves in that situation, and I think that De Burke probably, he must have squeezed a lot harder, and sort of he came up with these creative ways of attacking Sam, whereas I think Sam reverting to type is probably a lack of really finding anything new to say about De Burke,
Yeah.
or any, and so he kind of just thought, I'll just do what I do, and I think he probably just struggled. If you have the conversation with him, I think he just struggled to write for him, and that's why he ended up with what he had. De Burke just, yeah, very creative. His first round, to be honest, actually, I haven't watched the third round yet. I've just realised I haven't seen that yet, but I had him very clear 2-0 from those first two rounds. And like we saying, it's De Burke against Pagan in the final. If you'd have asked me at the start, I wouldn't have predicted them, but I must say I'm not surprised.
But it's a great final.
I'm not surprised either of them.
I would like to see, like, obviously we're going to, but I'm really interested to see Pagan's approach to someone like De Burke, because I feel like in the groups he had the kind of narrative of it was still a tournament anyway, so he was in that headspace, and then he kind of, Enigma gave him a bit of a bye to get through as well, in a way. Like, Pagan did what he had to do, of course, and not taking anything away from him. But if Enigma wouldn't have had that choke, that battle could have been a very different battle. The one with Dub T, though, he's definitely proven any people that were doubting him and why he's in it, he's proven them wrong.
That's his statement, though.
Yeah, me being one of them. For sure.
Exactly. I do want to big up Cammy. What's up, man? Hope you're doing good. I missed you on Saturday, man. I was hoping you was going to be there.
Miss Wax as well. Where the fuck was Wax?
Yeah, do you know what? I was thinking about this, and there's so many people that I was like, I've not seen on Twitter or anything either. Like Linda, Shannon, anybody. Like, Shannon's been obviously, she went out to World Dom and stuff like that. But yeah, I was just wondering, where are all these people gone? Like, it's crazy. Obviously the final's going to have to change, as we found out in the battle. So I'm guessing it's not going to be on August 1st card, but we shall see. Yeah, they're just going to move the event to there. Why not? I mean, the crowds they get. Imagine that Prem going over there. That'd be brilliant.
Collab don't let the label.
Yeah, why not, man? Why not if they're getting those sort of crowds? But yeah, I think it was a very clear win for De Burke. Really excited to see those two go out. To be honest, I can't wait for that battle. Definitely not.
I will say, like, constructively, it's compare maybe the Frost one, but like this is the De Burke performance with the most holes in. So like I think it's not a bad performance at all. Don't get me wrong, but I think especially with that third, I think it kind of just petered out. So I don't think we're going to see that De Burke in the final, but if I'm pagan, I'm, you know, smelling blood a bit. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm interested to see how it goes.
Yeah, and although you know, we've been saying like, you know, Sam went back to his normal kind of way of working. His normal way of working is good, right? We're not saying
He was
that
getting reactions. So
he
yeah.
didn't. Yeah, he didn't just like he didn't get blown out of the water completely. You know, it was a 2-1 judge split as well on that one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, you know, there were people in the room that were leaning to more.
Pagan gave it to Sam.
Exactly. See, so yeah, they were leaning more towards Sam in that moment, and I like the fact that both the semi-finals have been like 3-2 judge decisions or 2-1 judge decision, whatever it was. I'm pretty sure they had 5, didn't they? 3-2 judge decisions. I like that. It makes that competitiveness stand out even more. Cammy, man, this is no excuse. Gotta do what you gotta do, man. Gotta do what you gotta do. Hopefully August 1st you'll be you know, locked in. Right, the last battle then that we are going to talk about, and I was hoping he was going to still be here because, you know, I think he absolutely showed out, was Hamill versus Slim Buck.
Oh shit, yeah. Okay.
My personal opinion is this was probably the least prepared I've noticed Slim Buck be. I feel like the first 2 rounds was really choppy. The stuff he was getting out was great. Like, Slim Buck is great, right? We all know that. And I was so impressed with how that 3rd round, it just 180'd. Like, and it was as though it was his first round. Like, and he was just going for it. And it made up, that 1 round made up for the other 2 in a way. But I
also,
think if this was going to be like, you know,
to Bobby hosting.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I don't know if you lot
gave
caught
a bit of a pep talk,
Bobby pulled him aside and he said to him, "You need to lock the fuck in for this round," and he did.
It's the upside of having a host who is a battler. Like, because even in our battle, he was like, "I'm right up close for this battle." Like, he's involved. He's not just standing there and saying, you know, like and subscribe. He's a part of the battle. And when he tells Slim to lock in, that's him taking the host hat off and being like, as a peer, being like, "You stop doing what you're doing now."
Yeah,
and it helped the battle.
I felt like Bobby right from the word go when it was that first the Abbott and Beyond battle. He was kind of like ribbing them as they came into the room, and it was almost like I kind of felt like you've got 2 different types of new battlers. There's the ones that might not like that and it throws them off, or you've got the ones that are kind of like, do you know what, it's just a little kick up the arse. Do you know what, like, I can't mess around here. And I feel like that a couple of little jibes he had at the start, just making fun of him a little bit and just being like, you know, we need something out of you. And they both really stood up, and I was really pleasantly surprised with that first battle. And yeah, I definitely like Bobby's energy in the room. I've always
before anyone else came in, and we're coming downstairs, like a few battlers came in, and every single one of them who was battling that day, Bobby, literally his slogan that day was, "We're going to get into some bang average battles today, and these battles are going to be just okay." And then Gas like walked out from the back room and he was like, "Gas Buff is battling today. He will be just okay." Like, to literally everybody that walked in, it was hilarious. But yeah, he's just a born entertainer, isn't he? Like, he just oozes it.
It's a live event, and you know, I've definitely been at events, especially that have got newer guys on it, where it is way too comfortable. You know, if you've literally just got a load of people all stood around, they all chat to each other, and it's all like encouragement. And even if they choke, it's like, "Oh, you know, don't worry about it." And it's just, the energy was a little bit different. It was a little bit like, do you know what? If you choke in front of Bobby, he's actually going to take the piss out of you when you're doing it. Like, you're literally going to be standing there. Like, I had one little moment in middle of my 3rd round where I was like, "Oh, hang on." I had like a couple of seconds, and you know, you could imagine Bobby in that moment just being like, "You're fucking joking, ain't you, mate?" Like, come on, like, and just a little kick up the arse. But it's not only that, but it's like, it's encouraging little laughs out of the room. Like, if you've had it where, like, Bobby's already kind of broken the tension in the room when he was up on the stage, had the mic. He's had little piss takes at people. People were laughing. All of a sudden, people are, oh, okay, this is crowd participation, and everyone's opened their lungs a little bit and they're ready to sort of make a bit of noise. Because if you've just had it where everyone's just standing around, hands in their pockets, barely spoken to each other, and then it's like first round on Beyond, and then he's all of a sudden got to be the loudest. No one's even been loud in the room yet, and it's like it just breaks that tension. It breaks the tension in the room, and it's I think he did an excellent job.
It also helps for people that haven't been to an event before, because battle rap events, if you don't really know what's going on, can be a very weird place in terms of like, okay, we're not necessarily starting on time. There's a lot of people going to different groups of people. What's happening? When are we starting? And then we don't have that. You don't have that when Bobby's just, doing his thing in between battles and getting the crowd hype, but also calling the crowd out when they're talking, which is a big thing.
Yeah, I love that. His thing he kept saying,
these people.
Yeah.
And as a battler, that's very important, because you put fucking months into this shit and it can change instantly because someone smashed a glass or you know.
Yeah, no, I do love that. He said it a few times as well, where he's just saying, "We didn't pay to see you." Like,
and that's key as well, because like one of the things that sometimes if you ignore it, that's not good enough. Please quiet down isn't quite good enough.
Hold it down. Your average person doesn't know what hold it down means. That's a battle rap phrase.
Bobby got the tone just about right. Like I remember like Don't Flop days. Like Rowan always had the thing of like, shut the fuck up, which I never like. That was a bit too much. Like, and if anything, it's going to prompt someone to be like, tell him to shut the fuck up, and then they'll chat out of defiance. Bobby just got it just right. It just, if it's just like they're not here to listen to you, and it was just like everyone would just zip. Like it was really effective. So hopefully more of that from Bob.
So
definitely. Just to answer this with Cammy quick, sorry, because I've had it out for a bit. Cammy, so Pagan and DeBurke have made it to the finals. Dub T's first round, he brings up an angle about Pagan potentially not being able to make it to the final. Pagan's on holiday. He's in Germany on the date of the final, so they will be working something out, and there will be another event. Who knows? Maybe up in Ireland. Who knows? That would be cool, wouldn't it? All Irish final, do it in Ireland. Kind of makes sense. But we're waiting to hear news. I'm sure Prem have got it in hand, though. We trust in Brooksy and his team and what they've done so far. So just hold out, and it'll all be good. Dojo, sorry, go.
Yeah, sorry. I was just saying with Hamill and Slim, because I realised we then
let's get back into that.
So that battle going into it, we wanted that battle to be an energy battle, not only because we know of Slim's performances, but Hamill is very much like that as well. And then also it's Hamill's first time in London, and Slim has the energy in the crowd in London, whereas Hamill hasn't had that experience before. So yes, the first two rounds we didn't really have the Slim we know and expect. It was a lot more of a tongue-tied Slim, him trying to find his thoughts during that. But that could easily do a disservice to, as in Hamill could easily get thrown by that, and he didn't. And he, I was saying to him on the day, like, if you're worried about something like that, stick the boot in. Don't, keep the energy going, keep performing. And he did, and I'm really proud of his performance. That was a great first performance in London.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think before the battle, I was sat chatting with Hamill, and he was saying like he's thought about it so strategically, this battle, because he knows how much of a threat Slim is, right? Everyone knows. But like he was saying, like he knows Slim is going to be up here, and he needs to take, and you were talking about earlier, Sean, like taking that crowd on the journey. He needs to take them on his journey rather than adding on to Slim's. And that's kind of what he was saying. And it made so much sense. You could see it in what he said, like the first couple of bars that he had about God tests his strongest soldiers, things like that. Like that was perfect setup for his round. Not a bar, but the setup for his round, because then he literally just boom, like every other bar after that, The bar that stood out for me from Hamill was the I'm somewhat of a scientist myself. I love that. That was fucking sick, man. That was so sick. But yeah, how does everyone else see the battle? Ross, what did you think of that one, man?
So yeah, like I say, I don't know if Slim was underprepared or had other stuff on his mind, but I think the criticisms of the first 2 rounds are very fair. Hamill was consistent start to finish. It was to go off what you just said. It was very clear that Hamill's writing was prepared for Slim. From the battles I've seen of Hamill previously, what he does very well is he can kind of switch between talking to the audience and talking to his opponent. He can switch between the performative sense and that kind of but yeah, what he did really well in this battle is 90% of his material was too Slim. He was up in Slim's face. He had the high energy start to finish, and that was really effective, especially when everyone's expecting that energy from Slim. So,
even a low energy Slim was still in Hamill's face.
very, very much.
Yeah, like those first 2 rounds still weren't bad rounds. They were just choppy in my opinion. Like, and I'm not used to that from Slim. So it seemed more than it was because of the expectation we have on people. And
absolutely.
In the same way, if Hamill came in and whispered all his bars, you'd notice that more. You know.
It's just, for me, it's interesting seeing like a battler's journey, because like, and then this is how we give even more flowers, because we're realizing that these are their first steps in certain things. So like when you watch Hamill versus Kick, right, that's a very heated battle, and that's his first heated situation, and then that's prepped him for the Slim one, and then but then also the Slim battles prepped him for your first away game and your first battle later in the day. He's used to being at the beginning of the day. These are all things that are still like he's only just about a year in, and he's still learning, and to put a performance like that on is mental. Like yeah, I can't give him enough plaudits, honestly.
No, definitely. Sean, what do you make of that battle? Did you get to watch this? I guess it was just before yours, wasn't it?
Yeah, I've watched it back. I chose not to watch it just because I was getting ready. But yeah, it was. He's a swat, isn't he, Hamill? Like he really loves this thing. He's come in and it's hard to believe that he hasn't been watching it for 10 years or so, because he must have watched 10 years worth of battles now, because whenever I talk to him,
he's caught up.
He knows. Yeah, you could just tell that he's that's what I mean. He's a SWAT. Like he speaks to everybody. He's sponging everything up, and he's just an intelligent guy. And he's another one that's got a ceiling that's just right to the top because of that reason. Because you don't get to the top without committing to it. Like you've got, if you and he is committing to it, and his rise from like when I first saw him, and I liked him from day one, but like there was kind of little moments where he'd get hyped to a certain level, and I'd kind of be like, well, I'll wait until I see it with my eyes. And then he keeps on answering those questions every time he's got something in front of him. It was only the Cooper one that I thought was like, he didn't quite do what I thought he was going to do, which kind of maybe the environment of that, the type of event he was on. I know it was local to him, but it wasn't his type of event. His type of opponent was a bit. So like that's maybe one bit where if he was to ever have another battle that was kind of similar to that, maybe he'll have learnt from that and he'll approach it a little bit. That's it. And like so I'd be interested to see if he went into a joke one, if he battled me, for example, at some stage, what would he do? And I just think he just keeps on getting better and better, and he really is. Like you're looking at it with these new guys that are coming through, like Pagan and like Hamill and that, they really do just have ceilings that are so high now, because they're characters as well. They are something different. They're not coming through and they're just being exactly the same as everyone else. So yeah, Slim Buck, he's I just do feel like he's having a little bit of a tough time of it at the moment. Like he's just in a little bit of a rut. Like he keeps sort of having these sort of things happening at the moment where he's brilliant, and like when he's when he's like firing on all cylinders, he's one of my absolute favourites. Like him against Eunice was like
crazy.
I think that was the one that I voted for as Battle of the Year that year, and it was when he's going, he's brilliant, but if he's just not quite at it, and I don't know. It's I wanted to see more from him in those first 2 rounds for sure. But it wasn't like it was anything that was bad. It's just because I really am a fan of him, and I know the levels he can hit, and he just was falling short of it. So it was nice to see him get it in the third, but his next one, I just hope that he can get back to where he was before.
Yeah, no, definitely, man, definitely. And speaking to Slim Buck as well, I ain't really had the chance to sit down and speak to him, but he's such a humble guy. Like, he's such a nice guy. And yeah, like we was talking about, I want to get him on the stream, want to do some things with him, and he's just like, just message me. And I was like, I have messaged you before. He was like, I'm so sorry. What? So you're the smoke house? Yeah, I'll keep an eye out. And like really made reassured that it wasn't, any slights or anything like that. He just literally just gets a lot of messages and whatever, so he misses some. So he's like, I'm gonna watch out for your messages, and he literally was like looking me in the eyes to tell me. Do you know what I mean? It's he's such a good guy, man. Definitely. So that was the event. The last question I have for all three of you. Obviously, you can't see your own performances, but battle of the night, performance of the night, Jojo.
Pagan and Dub T, battle of the night. Performance of the night. I can't say myself, so I'll say Gast.
Okay, Ross.
For battle of the night, I'm torn between the two, Cray and Orion, for the kind of surprise element of it. In terms of content, what was said, energy in the room, I do think it's Dojo and Gast. And performance, I've got to give it to Gast. He was fucking hilarious, man, all night.
Okay, Sean.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably have to say Dojo and Gast, and I'd say Gast as the performance. I felt it was. I hadn't heard his complete rounds until like just before the battle. We ran them to each other, and it was kind of like I thought they were good when we were, you sort of like trying to hide somewhere in the corner, you're almost whispering at each other. I thought they were like decent. But then you go into the room and he's like really sort of like doing it. It's he just kept on. He was so in tune with the crowd. The crowd was so engaged and responsive to everything that he was doing. I think it was the best Gast and the best Dojo I've seen. And I think I've seen all their battles. I think it was both of their best performances. So yeah, it was a really, really good one.
Yeah. That moment that you're talking about with you and Gast, you went outside onto like the little decking bit, did you, the smoking area, and you was in the corner. I was getting well hot in the venue, so I came outside to have a couple of puffs from my vape in that, but I was kind of stood awkwardly near enough to you guys that you both went quieter, and I was like, fucking up there, like shit, what they're trying to do. So I was just like, I'm just gonna go back in here, like sit back down.
we picked the worst place to do it because I honestly reckon about 9 people, one by one, were like, all right, yeah, oh, sorry, oh, you're doing this, oh, and then they'd shepherd, and then we carry on, and then someone else would come, hey, grey dog, or whatever. Yeah. It's just like, okay, now why have we picked here to do it? But yeah, it was stupid. But
running through your rounds to yourself, you already look mental, right?
Yeah.
When the general public walked past 2 guys sparring their rounds together in public, you look nuts. Like me and Dub were like basically in the front of someone's flat, like the gates to someone's flat, just rapping at each other. I was like, right, we better probably move. This looks a bit mental.
So for me,
doing that with Gus like that, and it did nothing for me as well. Just stood there whispering it. It was like just before I went on. It was probably when Hamill Slimbuck was on actually, and I was out on that bridge, and I was up there with Mr. Tongue Twister, Hulk, and Shanks. There was like a couple of other people, and I just did my rounds like to almost a little bit of a crowd, and having them popping, I was just like, that's just what I'll do from now on, because that's what you do it to sort of shake the cobwebs off. But when I was doing that and I was getting reactions off of like 4 or 5 people, that's what makes you like walk back into the venue with a spring in your step, and you're just like, no, this crowd's going to react to this.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
yeah, that's what I'll probably do next, rather than the lurking around the corner and whispering them at someone. So yeah.
Do you know what? It always happens to me. Every event that I've been to, I walk outside to have a smoke or whatever, and every single time I walk into 2 battlers practicing, I'm like, oh shit, oh sorry, let me just, and then I walk this way, and there's 2 more, and I'm like, oh shit, like just.
There was one bit where I walked up the stairs, and then it was like the big window, like that was facing out onto the street, and I could see Orion, and he's performing his bars to his brother, and I just stood there in the window and just watched him. Couldn't hear a word, but I could see him doing it. And the next thing he sort of like looked, and then he saw me, and he was like, "Stop!" I just waved at him.
That's hilarious, man. Yeah. So for me, my battle of the night was Dub T and Pagan. I think that was phenomenal. And performance of the night, I think I would say either Gast or Hamill. I think Hamill absolutely smashed his battle like crazy good, and again that level up kind of vibes. So yeah, that's kind of how I call it. I would say Gast and Dojo, your battle is a very, very close second to Dub T and Pagan's, and maybe because of Pagan's slight stumble, yours back and forth, I enjoyed more. But yeah, I feel like I enjoyed both those battles for the same kind of reasons. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you were asking me about who you want to see Dub face. Who do you want to see Hamill face?
Yeah. Obviously, he's got an international plate for winning the academy. I would love to see him. I feel like someone like CJA I've mentioned. I feel like him versus CJA would be a really cool battle. But for Hamill, I'd want him to go over there and battle. But for me, I'd want them to do it in the UK because I will definitely be there. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think CJA would be a cool one. UK wise, I'm not really sure, if I'm honest. I've not thought about it too much. I did get told a few potentials that could be happening, and every single one of them I was excited for, so I'm not going to mention anything because I'll probably end up saying them.
I'm really sorry, Dan. I've got to go. All
right, no, all good, man. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me on. Love everyone.
Appreciate you, bro. See you in a bit. Yeah, I'm actually going to start closing this off now. But what I do at the end of every stream is we play the Battle Rap Association game. Okay, you two, I'm not sure if you played with me yet. Pause. I'm not sure if you played this game yet. But basically, I'm going to say a battler. Then Ross is going to go to you. You've got to say someone who that person has battled. And then Sean, you carry it on with someone that person has battled, yeah? We'll keep going round until there's only one person left. It's a difficult game.
Sean's going to wipe the floor with me on this.
Do you know what? We played this last week, and the battler was O'Shea, and somebody went out. I was like, he's literally battled everyone. You could have said any name, but in the moment, it just fucks you up, doesn't it? I do say one rule, keep it UK. All right, so...
I'm going to embarrass myself on this one.
Mate, don't worry. They said Carter Shanks to me last week, and I was like, I've literally watched him live like 3 times, but I couldn't think of anyone that he had battled. But yeah, all right, we'll start with well, I'll tell you what, just because he's just left, we'll start with Dojo. All right, so Ross, somebody that Dojo's battled.
Is it going to be too easy to say Gas?
Gas, that's fine.
Too cheesy.
Sean, no, it's fine. Gas.
Bobby Rex.
Bobby Rex. Tony D. Jesus Christ.
Shotty.
Shuffle T.
Okay. Harry Baker. Tam. I'm sorry, Ross. That is time for you. So Sean, Harry Baker.
O'Shea.
I will say Briggsy.
Tom Quay.
Oh shit.
Soliloquy. No, I'll give you Soul. Let's be fair.
All right, Matter.
Crow.
Maverick.
I don't know if it's happened, but yeah.
Did that not
Slim
battle
Buck.
last year? Did that happen last year?
Maybe, but I'll let you have it. Slim Buck.
Okay, Hamill.
Cooper.
Graza.
LS Dean.
Yeah, you got it. I was going to say Major Concerns, but you got it. You got it. All right, do you know what? I straight away thought Matter because that's what he got. That was his prize for winning the Academy.
Yeah.
My head went. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. If anyone's left in the chat, did Crow and Mav battle? I feel like for some reason I remember seeing it. Maybe it was because Mav battle visual. No. Jesus Christ, man, my head's gone.
Yeah, I don't remember Mav.
Well, you won anyway, so it was all meant to be. That's fine. You are the winner this week, so well done, man. Right, yeah, so we'll end it there. Hopefully, Sean, we've got an announcement coming from you soon with another battle because it's always great to have a Sean Cray battle in the near future. Ross, next time you see me at an event, come up and speak to me, please. Come and have a chat. Bro. Definitely, man. We'll spend some time together. It'll be awesome. Thank you for coming on, Sean. Thank you for coming on, man.
Cheers, man.
This has been the Smokehouse. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace.